A review copy was provided by PR Hound. Hello everyone, Adam here, and today I am talking about CrossCode. As always, this will be a short impressions of the game. Please check out the full written review on NoobFeed.com by clicking the link in the description below. So CrossCode is a video game within a video game. You take control of Leah, a girl who has lost her ability to speak, has amnesia, and is trapped inside the world of Crossworlds. Not CrossCode, Crossworlds. The game's maintenance team is attempting to assist her to the best of their ability to understand what exactly is going on here. Only unlocking single words that Leah can say over the course of the adventure, Leah is trapped in this world and has no way of escaping. Naturally, things go haywire and someone attacks the ship housing the maintenance crew. Leah escapes and now must blend in with the other players while uncovering her origin, while also learning that Crossworlds has some dark secrets within this very fantasy-like world. I especially love how the developers included a dossier telling you all the major story elements, lore, characters, and the enemies, so if you ever need a refresher after coming back to this game if you decide to take a hiatus, all that information is provided and well summarized. I did wish more games did this, but they are far and in between. The gameplay is your standard active combat RPG system. You gain levels by killing enemies and earn equipment by either purchasing it, finding it, or trading for it. The leveling system uses this type of spear grid from Final Fantasy X, where Leah can upgrade her standard attacks and eventually elemental attacks with their own dedicated skill tree. You do get allies across the adventure, but you cannot customize them as they are actual people within this virtual world. The allies are actually good and very effective in combat, as they actively aid Leah in fights. Usually developers reduce ally damage or aggression to encourage player participation, but here allies can hold their own and support Leah as well. You can alter their behavior slightly based on defensive, offensive, aggressive, or passive options, but there are no direct commands, so you'll have to rely on their AI commands, which work well. Leah has your standard melee strikes, special attacks earned through leveling, and long-range blaster that can be charged for ricochet damage. I love the combat, it's fun and fast-paced, which is something I really enjoyed. This could have worked as a turn-based game, but I really like the direction they went with. It's really quick and I love it. If you ever saw Sword Art Online, I know that's an infamous anime that a lot of people don't like to talk about, but that's basically what Crossworlds is. The presentation and everything about this game is wonderfully done, and it's clearly taken from reference from that title. The writing, NPCs painted in black hue, players addressing Leah's speaking issues as a glitch, all match the game's atmosphere. Towns are riddled with optional missions for extra items and experience as well, with various environments locked by special keys only available at dungeons. You can't see other players running around towns and areas, but it would have helped the presentation if they were also attacking enemies or logging out in between levels as you watch them. Most of the time they're just walking, and I guess it adds to the presentation of the game, but I would have added a little more flair to their animation. The environments are diverse and well stocked with unique enemies for that region. Enemy designs are incredible with unique attacking patterns and weaknesses. That also goes for the boss fights, which are intense struggles against large creatures. These fights can feel like bullet sponges, especially enemies in new areas, which can be annoying since grinding for levels requires a great deal of effort. While the game has this special ranking system that encourages players to fight in continuous fights while stopping to recover their lost health, it is a rarity to level out outside of dungeons. It's most likely to prevent players from overpowering their characters and focus more on the combat mechanics, but still, it was annoying to see me kill an enemy almost twice my level and not even gain a single level. The developers really designed these worlds with a lot of hidden secrets, and you are rewarded for exploring. There are usually chests littered in hard to reach areas that take advantage of the platforming aspects of the game. There are also caves that house hidden items, so you're definitely encouraged to explore and go outside the map's specifically designed paths. Dungeons is where CrossCode will be hit and miss for most players. The gameplay reflects The Legend of Zelda, but with heavier focus on puzzles. That seems like an oxymoron, but let me explain. Almost every room in this game in the dungeons are puzzles, and these dungeons are very long. Often I got frustrated about how many of these small puzzle rooms are in CrossCode, but for some players this will be very exciting. This is usually how it goes. Get a key, use that key to unlock another key door, and then you use that key to unlock another door that leads into another puzzle room that unlocks the true door. That may seem like an over-exaggeration, but that literally is how it works. Again, this is a matter of taste, and some will find the large amount of intricate puzzles to be the best part of the entire game. These puzzles are not easy and require a great deal of precision and foresight to solve, especially later in the game. I wasn't a fan of the Horde mode challenges as it complements the game's bullet sponge enemies, but you'll have to do this occasionally and it's not that big of a deal. That being said, once you complete the dungeons, you are greeted with this amazing boss fight, which are pretty well designed. These fights are challenging, and they do require you to fully utilize Leah's offensive and defensive abilities while understanding the pattern and locating the enemy's weaknesses. You can leave the dungeon at any time using the fast travel system while losing any progress, so if you ever feel overwhelmed or not suited for a specific challenge, you could just leave and come back later while losing much progress. You'll still have to go back to the area, but the dungeons are designed so you don't have to do everything over again. The last thing I will mention is the game's visuals. It's sprite animation and it's done well here. Sprite animation tends to hold up and it has that retro yet modern feel. Character models look great and everything runs smoothly. I never encountered any major bugs or the game never crashed at all. The frame rate was always smooth and load times were quick. The soundtrack is more of hit or miss. If you watched my videos, you already know I'm a bit critical when it comes to game soundtracks. For me, it worked, but it wasn't something I would actively listen to. It complements the overall game, but nothing truly just that it sticks out. CrossCode is a gem worth exploring. The title features a lot of fantastic boss fights, an above average story that has a lot of interesting twists, and a presentation that brings everything together. It's definitely heavy on the puzzle side, and there is a great deal of challenge to the game's combat. You can adjust the reaction speed of enemies and puzzles, but I feel like it subtracts from the overall experience as the challenge definitely grows even more as you progress, and it adds to the overall experience as you journey through this incredibly intricate world. CrossCode has a lot of aspects worth experience, and if you're a fan of The Legend of Zelda or action RPGs in general, I can't see why you wouldn't get sucked into this world and enjoy yourself. So those are my reviews on CrossCode. I'm surprised this indie gem went under my radar for so many years, but I'm glad that I finally got the chance to play it. Anyway, CrossCode is available on PC right now, and it will revive on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Switch this July 9th. It'll also be available on Xbox Game Pass. If you want a physical version, pre-orders are available with links in the description. I'm definitely going to get one because I'm one of those people who still stick to their physical editions because I have a huge library in game and I might as well just keep collecting. Anyway, that's the video. If you watched till the end, thank you so much, and I'll see you all next time. Stay awesome, everyone.